What would you cross the beam for? I'll never forget, I was at a conference one day and there was a speaker talking about that there was something on the other side of a beam. Like there were two buildings right next to each other, and there was a plank, like a 4 inch, like a balance beam plank going across the top between these two buildings. And on the other side, somebody was dangling something that was really important to you. It was right there at the edge, ready to drop off. And you have to cross that beam without thinking. What is it that you would cross the beam for? My name is Felicia Searcy, your Dream Life Activator. It is my joy to be your partner in believing. Today, in this week's training, I want to talk about our values and why our values are so important when it comes to organizing our lives and organizing our businesses. So please drop some comments and some hearts if this is a good reminder for you, if you needed to hear this, or it's resonating, and I'd love to hear and see where you're watching from. All right, so I want you to imagine that scenario. That was quite a breathtaking scenario for me to think about. And he used the example, and I'm trying to remember the guy's name. It was Hiram something. But he was using the example of somebody dangling their grandchildren, not that his grandchild. Now that's a little bit of extreme for me to imagine that. But imagine something right there on the edge, ready to drop off, and you're like 10 stories up, and you got to cross that beam to grab it before it drops and it falls, and it literally falls apart. What is it that's so important to you you would be willing to cross that beam for? It's such a great question for us to think about, especially when we're building out businesses. When we first get started, I don't know about you, I've been in business now for, gosh, over 11 years. It's been over 11 years. Kind of hard to wrap my head around that sometimes. But when I think about when I first started my business, it'll be right at 11 years full time at the beginning of 2023. When I think about when I started my business and why I did it, I've had this deep desire to really help people unlock their amazing potential and understand what are the cause of our results. That's the thing that I value more than anything when it comes to building business. That I value people. I believe in people. I believe in our possibility. I believe in the power of this human species unlocked when unlocked and put in service to that which brings us most alive, realizing that that is our highest contribution to the body of humanity. And sometimes that gets lost, right? In the day-to-day minutia, those kinds of that purpose, that reason, that highest value can get lost. And oftentimes the conditions, the fears, is this going to really work? Is this really going to matter? That begins to cloud your decisions and the actions you take. The reason why values are so important is because it's your compass. It's the organizing pattern for your decisions and your actions. And without a clear set of values, you can get pushed around by the whims and the waves and the winds and the waves that are boisterous and active around us. And you can get pulled away from that which is most important to you by getting caught up in the urgency or the emergency of the moment. So our values allow us to maintain the big picture rather than getting sucked into an immediate situation or circumstance that feels like you have to attend to that. And I'm not saying not to attend to it, but when you can step back and keep reflecting from the vantage point of your values, now you have something solid around which to make those decisions and organize those actions. One of the first things we did when I formed my business was to create a set of values. And I frame it in the language of we believe in, I believe in people, my company. We believe in excellence. We believe in integrity. We believe in love. We believe in joy. We believe in transformation. Those are the qualities that guide our daily decisions and our actions. And when an opportunity comes up or a choice comes up, I have made it a habit to go back and ask, will this compromise my belief in people? Will this compromise my integrity? Will this compromise our ability to show up with a high degree of excellence, knowing that we're always building? Is this the easy way, or does it foster true transformation? In a world of fast food psychology, fast food delivery, driving up to one window and putting an order and driving up to the next window and getting that order, your values insist that you slow way down and allow them to become the barometer that guide your actions, your decisions, and your actions. They also inform who you are to grow into. Like, I live to a certain level, my values, but we have certainly not become like enlightened in those values. That they are the qualities that are constantly inviting us into a deeper awareness of ourselves, a deeper awareness of source energy at work through each one of us, and our ability to grow and evolve into an even greater expression of ourselves. So ask yourself, so go back to the story that I said at the beginning. What would you cross the beam for? What is it that's really important to you? Now, the first thing that usually comes up when people talk, when people share about their values, is our relationships, that people will cross the beam for relationships. And so, um, think about who are the people in your life and who are really important to you. Who are the people that are really important to you? The relationships that are deeply important to you, those are the ones that you just show up without even thought, that you're just there. You're just there for them. The ones that are less tangible are qualities. So when I talk about how we believe in excellence and how sometimes it's really easy to cut corners, it's really, it can be so seductive to think, well, this isn't going to make that big of a difference. And when I think about that quality, that value of excellence, what is it that would cause me to cross the beam? When you go back to that would cause me to cross the beam for this, when you go back to the fundamental reason why you are building a business in the first place, which is for you to be able to make the impact that you are here to make. When I have a value, which we do, like excellence, excellence means that, we're always striving to do our best, and we're looking how to grow that and bring even more effective service to the people that we get to serve and the people that we love. When I think about excellence, what I cross the beam for are the people that are on the receiving end of that excellence. I cross the beam knowing that it is when we bring a higher degree of excellence to everything that we're doing, and we're constantly looking at how can we hone this in even more. It's not excellence for the sake of excellence. It's excellence because there are people on the other side of those activities for excellence. So you want to think about what's important, and then you want to think about why is this important and what's on the other side of it. Now, so relationships are important, and then qualities. What are the qualities that are important? And then when you think about, especially when we think about success, so I'm just kind of riffing a little bit today. Today's not quite as organized, because I've been thinking a lot about values, and bringing it into a lasered training here for you. So just stay with me and glean. Drop in the comment sections what pieces of this are really landing for you. What have you given thought to about your values? What's important to you in terms of your values, and let me know that you're here now. So you look at what would you cross the beam for? Most people, it would be relationships. The thing I'm inviting you to look at, what are the qualities? What are the qualities that you would cross that beam for? And why are those qualities important? What's on the other side of those qualities? And usually it's the service and the people that you get to serve are on the other side of those qualities. Another question to ask yourself, so a lot of questions today. Another question to ask yourself is, what is your definition of success? Is your definition of success accumulating money? Is your definition of success, accumulating clients? Or for me, my definition of success are lives transformed. Their lives transformed. When I look at the people that I have the honor of supporting and I see their life transformed, that's my definition of success. Now, knowing that as I focus on that, the value, one of our values is transformation. When I focus on the value of transformation, the monetary success comes automatically. It's just part of it. You can't serve without it translating into financial abundance into your bank account. But when we put our focus on the financial, on generating money for the sake of generating money, and your value may be money. I doubt it. I mean, you're here watching me. I really doubt that you value money just for the sake of valuing money. And that's what you organize your activities and your energy and your decisions around. So when you get clear about your definition of success, and I'm going to encourage you to really think about that, that will be a reflection of what you value. I value people. I believe in people. I believe in the fundamental potential in every single one of us, knowing that as we wake up to that potential and we serve what brings us most alive by building out a work and a life that we love, it truly is how we heal the planet. When we stay focused on that as an indicator for success, everything else comes along. Now, there's one more piece that I want to bring to you when in this conversation around values. You may say that you value something. Here's how you really know you value relationships. Here's how you really know you value your own personal development. Here's how you really know you value the qualities that you aspire to emulate. Look at your checkbook and look at your calendar. The two areas that will reflect that which you really value are in your checkbook and in your calendar. We invest time in the things that we truly value, not what we say that we value, but that we truly value. And we invest our monies in the things that we truly value. Like my husband and I just got back from a weekend. We went up to New Mexico. It's about 3 hours from us, up into the mountains. I really value self-care. Part of that self-care is being outside, exercising, and spending, being in nature, just absorbing the beauty and the energy of nature and being with my husband. So that was on my calendar and that's in my checkbook. I highly value my own transformation. That's one of our core values in businesses. We believe in transformation, and you will see that. And what I invest in, you will see that on my calendar. We believe in excellence. I continue to invest in people who can help me hone my ability to serve you even more. It shows up on my calendar and it shows up in my checkbook. So get clear around, what do you cross the beam for? Of course, relationships, and what are qualities? What are other things that you cross the beam for? What are those values that are most important to you? Look at your qualities and why are those qualities important? What are on the other side of those qualities? How do you define success? What does success look like to you and for you? Because that will also be a wonderful indicator of your values. And are those things showing up on your calendar and in your checkbook? All right. So please share your takeaways with this as we talk about organizing your life and your business around your values. And if you want more of this, join me next week, September 22nd. It's a Thursday for my free masterclass, the Ultimate Impact Multiplier Masterclass. Put impact in the comment section and we will make sure that we get that information to you. All right. My name is Felicia Searcy, your Dream Life Activator. It is my joy to be your partner in believing. Go live your values even more. All of us to live our values even more. You are amazing. Mwah. God bless.